don't normally say much, but on this I got to speak. If you know what movie that's from, we can be best friends. Normally, I don't usually make videos about like current events and stuff, but my friend Jay uploads these weekly Catfish videos and they're really hilarious. He just reviews the show and talks about the fuckery and the foolery on Catfish. If you don't know what Catfish is, this guy named Neve finds people who have been talking to people online or have been in relationships with people online that they've never met, and he investigates to see if the person is really who they say they are and sets it up so that they can finally meet this person. And on this episode, it was so much fuckery. I've never felt compelled to talk about an episode of Catfish before, but like I said, on this I got to speak. So there was this guy named Rod. He was not ugly. Let's say that first. He was not ugly. A lot of times the people on this show, they're usually fat, they're dressed poorly. I, for one, have been advocating that this show gets a stylist. At least when you meet the person at first, get a stylist. Pick me. A hairstylist, a fashion stylist, and some makeup. People who wear makeup feel that they look better in makeup. That's why they wear it. That girl Kaya from a few episodes ago, Sweetness, your hair was fried, dyed, and laid, honey. And no, ma'am. But anyway, Rod had been talking to this lady named Ebony for, I think, 4 years. But they never really met. And they met on a gay website. That is going to be very important later on. So through the investigation, they discovered that Ebony has an 11-year-old daughter. Also, all the while, for these past 4 years, Ebony had been telling Rod that she was a transgender female. So she had transgendered from male to female. And all this time, Ebony thought that Rod was a gay man. Finally, they meet up and Ebony is just like, oh my god, and oh Lord. I really thought that it was gonna have a happy ending because she was just hooping and hollering, but she was like, you know, it sounds like you, but it does not look like you, because Rod had been using his cousin's pictures. And when she asked him why, he said because he didn't know if she was crazy. Bitch, you've been talking to me for 4 fucking years. What do you mean you don't know if I'm crazy? I'm pretty sure if I've been talking to you for 4 years, you can trust me a little bit to at least show me your real fucking pictures, like even if we don't meet. So that was just really stupid. Then Ebony reveals that she is not a transgender woman, which was just like, what the fuck? Who would lie about being a transgender woman? There are a few things wrong with that. Like, people that are transgender go through so much just trying to become the person that they are. And to me, that's just kind of a little disrespectful. So why would you want to pretend something like that? It made no fucking sense. It was so frustrating. Then she revealed that she had an 11-year-old daughter, but Rod didn't seem to be too fazed by that because Neve and oh boy had already found it out. Rod leaves and comes back and tells Ebony the only reason he'd been really talking to her was because she had been sending him money. Apparently she has sent him a couple of coins and paid a phone bill. As I expressed on Twitter, who the fuck does that? I almost started doing this because I'm from the hood, so that's what that was gonna be. Who the fuck does that? You've never Skyped with this person, you've never met this person. Who does that? What is going on in 2013 where motherfuckers feel like it's completely appropriate to ask somebody that they've A, never met, or B, don't even know very well for money? Like, this shit happened to me like over last summer. I'm not gonna get into the whole story, but I had been talking to shorty for like, you know, 30 seconds, and they were like, so when are you gonna take me shopping? Nigga, never. Like, what the fuck? Like, who? Oh my goodness. So, and also, there's a pretty person hierarchy. I hate to say it, people are more willing to let a motherfucker act a fool on them if they fine than they are if they're not. That just is what it is. And he's sitting up there talking about he was only using her for money. Like, he fine, like you ain't fine. He was average looking. Rod was an okay average looking guy, but you're not cute enough to be asking me for my money. Let's just put it like that. No one should be asking me for my money, period, but he really pulled that one. Here's some advice. Do not give anybody your money or buy them anything if you've just met them or have never fucking met them. That is so aggravating to me. I cannot just express that enough, because I have heard of fat bitches in my real life who are so desperate to keep somebody around that they buy them whole outfits and shit. Do not do that. You might as well give your coins to a legit sex worker who uses that money to actually pay their bill. Buying each other shit, that's something you do with somebody you're in a long-term relationship with. Do not let somebody make you feel like you need to buy them. Don't be dating people online, son, that you've never even fucking like Skyped with. Like, get your life, bitch. Any smartphone you buy as of 2013 probably has a front-facing camera. Internet cafe computers even have webcams. Fucking, you can get a webcam for $10. Any computer you buy has a webcam. My netbook cost $1.99 and had a webcam. So do not let anybody trick you with that. I ain't got no webcam shit. I've only ever met one person online, and we text messaged and Skyped before we ever met. Then Rod was just so fucking disappointed that she wasn't a transgender woman. He was trying to play it off like he was straight, but eventually he did tell Neve in the car that like there is a possibility that he could be gay. Ebony said she was so distraught and had cancer, and that's why she lied, and that she was a lesbian, and that Rod would be her first man that she had ever dated if they were to date. And it was just so weird. And then he was on a gay, I don't know, y'all. I quit. So overall, the whole entire episode was just really strange to me. It still felt like somebody wasn't being completely honest. And that is it. I don't think I'll be doing these every week, but man, fuck Catfish. It's one thing when someone else plays you, but it's a real fucking tragedy when you play yourself.